moving on to the war between Israel and Hamas. U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan said today that the U.S. doesn't believe it's right for Israel to reoccupy Gaza over the long term. This comes after Sullivan's meeting with Israeli officials the day before to pressure Israel to lower the intensity of its military campaign in Gaza, to which the Israeli Prime Minister said his country will continue the fighting until complete victory. Our Kim Jung-sil has the latest.
U.S. President Joe Biden's security advisor Jake Sullivan gave details on Friday of his meeting with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and his war cabinet in Tel Aviv the day before. The U.S. National Security Advisor said the U.S. agrees with Israel that the fight against Hamas is going to take months. But he added that the Israeli government has indicated that it doesn't have a long-term plan to occupy Gaza and that ultimately the control of Gaza has to transition to the Palestinians.
Now, the question of how that transition occurs, over what timetable, we are having intensive discussions about. But the U.S. position on this is clear. We do not believe that it makes sense for Israel or is right for Israel to occupy Gaza, reoccupy Gaza over the long term.
Sullivan's visit came just days after Biden said at a fundraiser that Israel was losing international support because of what he called its indiscriminate bombing. But after Thursday's meeting, the Israeli Prime Minister hadn't changed his stance.
We are more determined than ever to continue fighting until Hamas is eliminated, until complete victory.
The U.S. National Security Advisor added that he plans to meet with President of the Palestinian National Authority, Mahmoud Abbas, in Ramallah later on Friday to discuss ongoing efforts to promote stability in the West Bank, to revamp and revitalize the Palestinian Authority. Meanwhile, the total death toll in Gaza has now surpassed 18,700 since the war began on October 7th, according to Palestinian health officials. Kim Jung-sil, Arirang News.